Area of a trapezoid. Find the area of a trapezoid. What is it? Quadrilateral that has only one pair of parallel lines. Why? Can be used to build structures like the face of certain popcorn boxes. Interesting fact. Guinea pigs live on average for 4 to 5 years, but sometimes as long as 8 years. Now here are the examples that we're going to be discussing in today's video. Let's take a closer look at example 1. Now let's read the steps. Step 1, label the bases and the height. Step 2, use the formula. Step 3, follow order of operations. Now let's read the question. Find the area of the trapezoid. Luckily for us, the area formula is already written down, and that formula is area is equal to half times b1 plus b2 in parentheses times h, where b1 is base 1, b2 is base 2, and h is your height. Now let's go ahead and label our bases and our height. We've labeled 5 centimeters as base 1, we labeled 9 centimeters as base 2, and 7 centimeters as your heights. Why is the dotted line the height? Well, it goes from base 1 to base 2, and each angle that is formed is 90 degrees, and that means base 1 and base 2 are parallel. Now we're going to color each leg and height a different one to help us visually. Can we switch base 1 and base 2? Yes, we can. We'll still get the same answer, but let's go ahead and substitute it as we have it. And now we have area is equal to 1/2 times 5 plus 9 in parentheses times 7. Let's continue with the order of operations and add the two numbers, and we get 14 because 5 plus 9 is 14. And now we have area is equal to 1/2 times 14 times 7. Let's continue with the order of operations and multiply the half times the 14, and the result of that is 7. Now we have area is equal to 7 times 7, and the result of that is 49. We can't forget our units. Since we're talking about area, we need centimeters squared. So our final answer is area is equal to 49 centimeters squared. Now we are going to show you why we multiply by 1/2, and we're going to double our trapezoid and flip it. So now the base 1 and base 2 flip, and now we have formed a parallelogram. And the area for a parallelogram is base times your height. And in this case, our base is base 1 plus base 2. And we're going to go ahead and substitute those bases and our height into the formula, and now we have area is equal to 5 plus 9 in parentheses times 7. Let's continue with the order of operations and add the numbers. 5 plus 9 is 14. Now we have area is equal to 14 times 7, and the result of that is 98 centimeters squared. That's the area of the parallelogram. Remember, we only want the original, so we're going to divide by 2 to take away the trapezoid that we added. And the result of that is 98 divided by 2 is 49 centimeters squared, the same as our original trapezoid. And now let's take a look at example 2. Now let's read the question. Find the area of the trapezoid. We already have written down the formula, so let's go ahead and label our bases and our heights. In this case, 4 centimeters is base 1, 10 centimeters is base 2, and 6 centimeters is our height. Why is 6 centimeters our height? Because it goes from base 1 to base 2 and forms 90-degree angles with both bases, which means base 1 and base 2 are parallel. Now let's color the bases and the height to help us visually. And now let's substitute the bases and the height into the formula. And now we have area is equal to 1/2 times parentheses of 4 plus 10 times 6. Let's continue with the order of operations and add the two numbers. And 4 plus 10 is 14. So now we have area is equal to 1/2 times 14 times 6. Let's continue with the order of operations and multiply 1/2 times 14. The result of that is 7. Now we have area is equal to 7 times 6. And the result of that is 42. We can't forget our units. Since we're talking about area, we have centimeters squared. So our final answer is 42 centimeters squared. Now we're going to show you why we multiply by 1/2. We're going to double our original trapezoid, flip it, and then put the pieces together. So we can see base 1 and base 2 have flipped, and when we have put the pieces together, it has formed a parallelogram. It has also formed a rectangle, and these two shapes, parallelogram and rectangle, have the same area, and that area is base times your height. In this case, we have to add base 1 plus base 2 to find the base for our parallelogram or our rectangle. So base 1 plus base 2 is 4 plus 10. So let's go ahead and substitute that into the formula. And now we have area is equal to, in parentheses, 4 plus 10 times 6. Let's follow the order of operations and add the two numbers. 4 plus 10 is 14. Now we have area is equal to 14 times 6, and the result of that is 84 centimeters squared, and that's the area of the parallelogram. Remember, we added a trapezoid, and we only want half of this area, so we're going to go take one trapezoid away, and we're going to divide our area of 84 by 2, and the result of that is 42 centimeters squared, just like the original trapezoid, so we know we did it correctly. And now it is your turn to go ahead and pause the video so you can take your time to answer this question, and I will show you the result in 3, 2, and 1. If you got it correct, well done. If not, there's always tomorrow.